Let's paint the town red.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
Mischievous energy like you're about to get into some good trouble.
Time to make some memories.
Because I'm so ready to retire, let's celebrate.
Oh,
Okay, so have you ever been in that situation? Like, when there's something to celebrate, big win or even just like a Friday feeling and you go to say, let's celebrate, but it kind of just falls flat.
oh yeah, all the time.
It's like, you're pumped and you want to mark the moment, but the words themselves, they just don't do it anymore.
Yeah, they totally lose their impact.
So for today's deep dive, let's take a look at that. Why that happens and what we can do about it.
Totally. And you know what's fascinating about this is that we actually had some really cool insights on this.
Yeah, what's going on in our brains when that happens?
Right, like why do we hit a wall with these celebratory phrases? And more importantly, what can we say instead that actually captures that like genuine feeling,
Right.
that excitement?
And I think we've got some really creative alternatives too, from what I've seen.
Oh, for sure. There are some surprisingly fun and effective ways to express that celebratory feeling that go way beyond the usual, like, let's party, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Let's party. Let's celebrate. You just kind of like, yeah, okay, we get it.
It's like our brains have just heard it all before, so they're not really registering it as anything special anymore.
It's like, what is it called? Habituation?
Yes, exactly. Habituation. Like, when um, you move into a new apartment and there's that like ticking clock, you hear it constantly for the first few days. And then after a while, you just don't even notice it anymore. It just fades into the background.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know if you've experienced this, but I have this weird thing where like I can smell my own perfume for like the first hour I put it on, and then poof, it's like gone.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Our senses just adapt to that constant stimulation.
Exactly. And it's the same with language. Like if we keep using the same phrases over and over again for every little happy moment, they just lose their punch.
They totally do. And then you're left with this like well-intentioned but kind of empty let's celebrate that doesn't really convey anything specific about, the actual emotion of the moment.
So then how do we bring back that meaning? How do we make those celebrations feel special and genuine again?
I think the key is to be more intentional with our language,
Hmm.
to choose words that actually reflect the specific kind of celebration we're having.
So instead of just a blanket, let's celebrate. We need to dig a little deeper and find phrases that really capture the nuance of the occasion.
Exactly. And one of the simplest but most effective ways to do that is to just be more descriptive, you
I asked
know?
her, like, instead of let's celebrate, we could say something like, let's celebrate this awesome achievement.
Yeah, exactly. Or, let's celebrate your incredible news. Or let's celebrate making it through another week.
So we're adding context, we're giving people a reason to actually feel excited.
Right, because now it's not just a generic celebration, it's a celebration of something specific and meaningful, and that makes a huge difference.
And it shows that you're actually paying attention, that you're not just going through the motions.
Exactly. It shows that you're present in the moment and that you genuinely care about what's being celebrated.
Okay, so being more descriptive is a great start. But are there other ways we can kind of spice up our celebratory language?
Totally. There are tons of creative and playful alternatives we can use that, really inject some personality and excitement into our celebrations.
Okay, well, give me some examples because I'm so ready to retire. Let's celebrate.
Okay, how about this? Imagine it's your friend's birthday, and instead of the usual, you say, time to make some memories.
Ooh, I like that it's got like a real sense of purpose to it.
Oh, right. It's not just about having a good time, it's about creating something special and lasting that you'll remember for years to come.
And it kind of sets the tone for the whole celebration, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. It's like an invitation to really be present and savor the moment.
Okay, so that's a good one for like a more intentional kind of celebration. But what about those times when you just want to express pure, unadulterated joy? You know,
Ooh, okay. For those wildly joyous occasions I love, let's raise a ruckus.
let's raise a ruckus. That is so fun. It's got that like mischievous energy, like you're about to get into some good trouble.
Exactly. It suggests a celebration that's, a little bit rebellious, a little bit out of the ordinary.
It's definitely not your average let's celebrate moment.
And that's what makes it so great. It breaks free from the expected
Yeah.
and really injects a sense of spontaneity and fun.
It reminds me of another one I really like. Let's paint the town red.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic. It's got that sense of adventure, like you're about to embark on an epic celebratory journey.
And I think both of those phrases, raise a ruckus and paint the town red, they work so well because they tap into these shared cultural references, you know?
Totally. They evoke these vivid images in our minds, these like iconic scenes of celebration and revelry.
It's like we all have this collective understanding of what it means to paint the town red or raise a ruckus.
Exactly. And that shared understanding is what gives these phrases their power. It's like we're all in on the joke. We're all ready to embrace the fun.
So we've got make some memories for that more intentional celebration, raise a ruckus for pure joy,
Yeah.
paint the town red
Hmm.
for that adventurous vibe. What about when you want to mark like an achievement, a moment of success?
Okay. For those occasions, I really, we crushed it. Time to celebrate.
Whew. I love that. It's got that like confident energy.
Yeah.
Like we worked hard and we totally nailed it. Now let's enjoy the fruits of our labor.
Yeah. It acknowledges the effort and the achievement and then adds that celebratory element on top.
It's like a double whammy of feel-good vibes.
Exactly. And it also creates a sense of camaraderie. Like we did this together now. Let's celebrate together.
It's a really nice way to acknowledge a shared accomplishment and to build that sense of team spirit.
And I think that's another important aspect of choosing the right celebratory language. It's not just about expressing our own feelings, it's also about connecting with the people we're celebrating with.
Yeah, creating that shared experience.
Exactly. So whether it's a team victory, a personal milestone, or just a random Friday night,
Mm.
we want to use language that brings people together and makes them feel like they're part of something special.
So what's the takeaway here? Like, what do we really want people to remember from this deep dive?
I think the biggest takeaway is that celebrating shouldn't be an afterthought. It's not just something we tack on at the end. It's an opportunity to really savor the moment, to connect with others, and to express our genuine feelings.
And the words we use play a huge role in that. They can either elevate the celebration or they can kind of just fall flat.
Exactly. So the next time you're tempted to utter that autopilot, let's celebrate, take a moment to pause and think about what you really want to express.
What's the feeling behind this celebration? Who are you celebrating with, and what kind of energy do you want to create?
Because when you choose your words intentionally and with care,
Yeah.
you can transform any celebration into something truly special and memorable.
And I think that's a really beautiful thought to end on.
It is, isn't it? Like at the end of the day, it's not just about the words themselves, it's about the intention and feeling behind them.
It's about bringing more joy and meaning into our lives and into the lives of the people around us.
And who knows, maybe by shaking things up a bit with our celebratory language, we can even inspire others to do the same, to be more present, more mindful, and more joyful in their own celebrations.
And that's something worth celebrating in itself.
It totally is.